Welcome back to Wooded Lake Adventures. Today we are out at the Wooded Lake property and we're continuing our driveway project. It's kind of a cold day even though it's spring. It's kind of damp, cold, probably mid-30s or so. We had a little rain coming down, but we'll show you what we got going on here. So when putting in a driveway, the first step is to do what you can see here where we've removed all the, debris, whether it's, fallen trees or trees we have to take out or just rotten wood, whatever. Remove all that, get it to the grade we want so we have a gentle slope coming in. So that's the first step, and get everything, smoothed out, basically just back dragging with the skid steer is what we did to get everything smoothed out. You can see obviously there's still some standing water on it because it was raining earlier doing that work, but that's the first step. Our second step is to put out this driveway fabric. I'll show you in a little bit what we're actually using for the fabric, but use this driveway fabric, which keeps the rock from just disappearing into the dirt and mud below when you're driving on it, and just getting pressed in there and disappearing. So it is a woven fabric that lets the water drain through. The final step, or I guess really the third step, is to have rock delivered, and we're using this larger size rock to start with as a base layer. We put that directly on top of the fabric, and eventually we'll put some smaller rock on top and get it packed in. But right now that gives us an area to drive on for ourselves as well as the other vehicles coming in for our construction while we're still working on the development. So we'll show you the fabric in a little bit, but our last step we'll have to go through, trim off all these roots out here and get everything cleaned up along the edges, but we just want to get somewhere we can drive in and have access to the property from, so we're not parking on the road. So you can see this is where we've spread rock already, and we'll just continually get more and more loads and work through the steps of getting rid of the mud, covering with fabric once we're at grade and smooth, and then get rock and spread it out. So for our driveway fabric, we're using this woven fabric. You can see here how it has some layers once you unfold it, but it is a woven material. Very similar to like a bag that grain feed would come in for animals or whatever. But the fabric we chose to use is made by a company called Vevor. They sell mostly online. They're somewhat of a discount supplier, maybe. They're not, the most expensive. I'm sure they're not the cheapest you can get. But, they seem to have a wide variety of items available, and, this served our needs. So we got a 13-foot wide roll, which, when it arrived, folded in essentially quarters here. I was quite surprised by the size. And putting it out, it's also a little difficult because of the size. First thing you do is you unfold this roll here into, throw it off the truck here. So you unfold this roll so it's the 6.5 feet wide, and then you can unroll the product where you want it. But the problem is, once you unroll it and cut it, you then have to flip it open. So if you're doing, 50, 70, 100-foot stretch, the getting everything lined up and then flipping it so that it's a full 13 feet wide is a little cumbersome. But, that's what we got. That's what we're working with. So we'll get to work here. Okay, so, we get the roll out here and we unfold it so that we're 6.5 feet wide. And then you've got to basically keep flipping it open to get some of it unrolled. I found it's much easier to do this not in the mud. So in our section here, it's much easier to do it where we've already put the rock. Because once you're in the mud, the fabric sticks, your feet are sticking in, and it's rather difficult. So we get a huge section here unrolled, and then keep pulling it out to where we need it. And eventually, once it's all pulled out there, what we'll do is unfold it so it's 13 feet wide. Well, that gets our next section covered with fabric, so we're ready for stone. And a little review of the fabric while we're here. I would definitely prefer if it came, on a 13-foot wide roll, a little cardboard roller just rolled on itself 13 feet wide, that we could simply lay it down, roll it out. But I'm sure they would add a little to the price, so, this is probably why it comes this way. It's definitely usable. It's not the end of the world. It's just a little more difficult. But overall, it's definitely fabric that will let the water through, hopefully save our rock. We'll find out 6 months from now or whatever, but so far, seems good. I think we'll wrap up this video. As always, thank you for watching. Please give our video a like. Please share it with your friends. Please subscribe to our channel so you know when we post new videos. And leave us a comment. Thank you.